Hey, let's talk about Steam. Steam is a video game company mainly known for three things: Department Heaven, Baroque, and making me financially irresponsible. But now they're going to be known for VIractal. VIractal is the first new Steam game in over 12 years. Asterisk. That asterisk is doing a lot of carrying because I don't want to admit that Baroque M technically counts as a new Steam game. That is a mobile game that is literally just Crossy Road. So skipping over that, the last new developed and published by Steam game was 12 years ago with Gather of Dragons V2. That's just another mobile game, oh my god. What exactly is a VIractal? Well, considering it's a word that didn't exist before 2025, I don't know. What I do know is that you don't know anything about it because I've seen those trailer count numbers, I've seen that demo player count, and neither of them give me confidence. This is the amount of views the Sword of Fury trailer got. And this is the amount of views the VIractal trailer got. That is not a good sign. So be it. I like talking about Sting, so I'm gonna talk about VIractal. At least a demo for it, the full game isn't out yet. In VIractal, you play as yourself and yourself one in the world of Viractalia. Your goal is to defeat the boss monster, the Great Bandit, who automatically appears after 20 turns have passed, so it's up to you to use those 20 turns to prepare. Defeat the Great Bandits and you beat the demo. Lose against the Great Bandit, and what were you even doing for the last 20 turns? No shame in losing? There is plenty of shame in losing. At least at first. No, at any point. If at first you don't succeed, give up. VIractal is a combination of board game and RPG, meaning it has a lot of complex mechanics that are easy enough to understand while playing, but ever so complicated to explain. Roll the dice to move your character onto a tile to cause a thing to happen. A chest gives you an item, a statue gives you a card, a monster lets you incinerate it with magic. In battle, you start with 3 cards, each with a specific cause and effect. Like this effect of 8 damage causes the monsters to be dead. Certain cards can be used for free, but other cards require will tokens to be used, which can be automatically acquired by using those free cards. So while a battle can start with a simple sword swipe, it can end with a meteor-sized crater. 10 damage? Yeah, I'm taking that card. I don't care that it costs 3 tokens, I want the damage. I could go into the various strategies that go into a battle, like the roles each of the characters play. The warrior has access to defensive and taunt cards, so he's clearly designed to take the focus of enemy attacks, while the magician is focused on powerful spell cards and status effects. But in reality, attacking is the best form of strategy because you level up after nearly every battle, and leveling up heals you completely, meaning there's no reason to use any of the defensive cards, and that's not hyperbole. On a board with about 15 monsters, you end the game at about level 12, so I don't see a reason to conserve my HP with defensive strategies. And even if you die, you can instantly revive at the cost of 2 of your turn counters. Again, your main objective is to defeat the Great Bandit. Whatever happens in between is of no consequence if you complete that main objective. There are other side objectives that give extra awards, like defeating the 5 bandits gives you a hint to defeat the Great Bandit. But some of these hints range from he focuses on poison attacks, so bring some antidotes, to when the boss is enraged, he becomes uncontrollable. Thank you, game, this means nothing to me. I did a few playthroughs of the demo, and each time had me focused on grinding experience, hoarding items, and causing as many events as possible. Events can occur when landing on empty tiles and using 2 DP points, which can be gained from any leftover spaces not moved during a roll. When you cause an event, you have a choice between 3 options, or, well, at least sometimes. Should I meet with the energetic person, or the energetic person? I don't think I have much of a choice, game. Some of these events just result in an extra item, but others will result in new abilities. Abilities are permanent upgrades for your character that you mainly get from these events. This one gave me 5 extra HP. This one let me spend 100 gold to permanently draw a 4th card at the start of battle. This one has a mushroom asking me to consume it, and doing so gives me extra poison resistance. Wait, what? I guess it's time I address the elephant or Baphomet in the room with how this game presents its story. The game board itself has an overall cheery and pleasant atmosphere, but there's an overall feeling that something isn't quite right in the world. For example, when the mayor asks you to defeat the bandits around the village, you can either agree or disagree, or you can tell the mayor you're going to punish the bandits. Some of these scenarios feel very out of place compared to the more standard ones. This is clearly an intentional thing to tell the player there's something more going on in the story than what can be accessed in the demo, especially with all the Baphomet imagery that can be seen in the room and the Baphomet symbols on the character designs. It's just enough of a tease to make me excited for what Sting has planned, but man do I wish there was more of it in the demo. For as much as I have issues with VIractal, I can say that this demo perfectly encapsulates what a demo should do. It lets you play a game from start to finish, just with a limited selection. If you like the demo, then buying the full version gives you access to more cards, more characters, more ways to play. If you don't like the demo, having more of that demo isn't gonna make it any better for you, so no need to spend your money. And for me, the demo is a charming little experience, and the full game has a lot of potential. I just think it needs to be balanced better, which, yeah, that's why they're releasing it in early access. If I had to change one thing, it would either be making level ups take longer, or not healing between level ups. Either of these would encourage more defensive strategies in battle, and not just blasting at everything with magic. It's a brand new Steam game, the possibilities for VIractal are literally endless, and I hope hearing me yap about it for 6 minutes has convinced you to at least try the demo out, link in the description. Although knowing my luck, the moment I talk about a video game I like, it ends up with a mixed rating on Steam. The risk I'm taking here is calculated, but man am I bad at math.